Am I the asshole for not wanting my SO's ex's dad to walk her down the aisle? My significant other want her ex's father to walk her down the aisle. Pretty much what the title says. My significant other and I got engaged recently and she dropped this on me last night. She dated her ex for 6 years and got really close to the family. I don't want her ex's family that involved in our wedding, but she insists that he's there. Her father died while they were dating, so I understand she doesn't want to walk down the aisle alone, but she's also close with my father. Am I the asshole for not wanting my significant other to walk down the aisle with her ex's dad?
You are the asshole. Her ex's father is walking her down the aisle to you, not to her ex. You don't get to control who walks her down the aisle. Her dad died while your significant other and her ex were dating, so I can see why she may want to have her ex's father walk her down the aisle.
You are the asshole, but softly. I understand the discomfort this probably has you feeling, but especially if she lost her father during the relationship, I can see how that would have been able to nurture a bond with her ex's father. I think you should respect her decision, as it's likely not one she's thought lightly about.
Nah, I sounds like her ex's family has adopted her like a daughter, which continues even though the relationship ended. If that's the case, they are extended family to her and she would expect to include them to the wedding, birthdays, and events with her future kids. You two need to sit down and talk about this. Why are you so opposed to them continuing to be in her life? Are you feeling threatened? She is with you, not her ex. This is something to sort out before getting married. Right now, y'all aren't ready.
Not the asshole. I really don't get all these people saying you're being controlling. Usually, when you break up with someone, you see the family less unless you're still holding onto the relationship. I find it very odd that she kept that close with them, regardless of her own father passing away. This would make me extremely uncomfortable. Plus, don't forget that this day is about both of you getting married together. It should never just be what she wants, it should be a win-win or no deal on everything.
No assholes here. I understand you're uncomfortable, but this is obviously something important or she wouldn't have considered it at all. Take her feelings into account. This isn't just about you.
Info: is the ex's family invited to the wedding?
Info: will the ex be there as well as the EX's family?
Info: ages. What is their relationship? Does she see him as a father figure? How long has she known this family?
Nah, I do think this is strange, and it would make most grooms uncomfortable. I'm assuming he was a father figure to her when she lost hers though, and she doesn't see him as her ex's dad. I'm not sure how you'll work this one out, but keep in mind that it's only a very brief part of the ceremony, and if it means a lot to her it may not be a hill worth dying on.
Not the asshole. I think it's perfectly reasonable not to have her ex's family have an official role in your wedding.
No assholes here. She has a right to want the ex-dad there, but you also have the right to be upset about it. It really comes down to having a long heart-to-heart. Listen to her reasons and feelings, but also explain your side without the jealousy or anger. Just tell her how it makes you feel. Then you're going to have to decide if this is really the hill you want to die on or vice versa.
Nah, it sounds to me like the ex's family is supportive of your relationship and marriage. If that relationship were toxic or unhealthy, I doubt they would still be in her life. It sounds pretty important to her. I get the uncomfortable feeling, but they are there to be supportive. Why be the asshole if you insisted on them not being there because you're uncomfortable? You don't just trash perfectly good, healthy relationships because of a breakup. From personal experience, I was with my ex-husband for 10 years. I'm still close friends with him and our relationship is far more healthy as friends than it ever was as partners. My fiancé and my ex get along great, they respect one another, and my ex's family has been nothing but kind and respecting of my new relationship. His family is still family to me. I don't understand this societal norm of cutting out healthy relationships when a relationship ends.
Nah, it's understandable that you don't feel completely comfortable with this, but unless you have a reason to believe she still has feelings for her ex, you should probably give her this. Just think, however uncomfortable it is for you, her ex will probably be feeling worse. You're the one she's marrying after all.
Nah. From one side, I understand your feelings, but given timeline and ages of all people involved, I think nah. She dated her ex when she was a teenager, her dad died during that time, so it seems like her ex's dad took that place as a father figure.
You are the asshole. Get over yourself, you don't get to dictate who walks her down the aisle. Clearly this is someone who is very important to her and you telling her that you don't want him there is a huge asshole move.
You are the asshole. Lightly, and you're allowed to have feelings on the situation, but you are the asshole. She is closest to him, he was probably a father figure when her dad died. Your dad is also likely a father figure, but clearly she is closer with X's dad. Let him walk her down the aisle. She is marrying you and not his son after all.
You are the asshole. She sees him as a father figure and she should be able to decide who walks her down the aisle. It's been a long time since they broke up and clearly they were there for her at a pivotal time in her life. I totally understand your discomfort but this is important to her.
IDK dude, that's a weird one. Maybe don't throw a fit about it but sit down and have a talk about how you don't feel comfortable involving the ex's fam in your future major life events. Like when you have a baby, will they be there in the waiting room? Or will they be at your wife's b-day party? It's just not better to tempt the resurfacing of feelings for her ex. I think probably nah, but depends a bit on how she reacted when you told her that you're not okay with this. I understand her being close with her ex's family, but I also understand that you're uncomfortable with that and she should understand that too. Either way, you're definitely not the asshole and you two should probably try to find a compromise. Nah, I get where she's coming from, but you're also entitled to your feelings and it's normal to not want exes, or their family, heavily involved in your wedding. It would even be pretty normal to feel upset about having exes there at all. There's no reason her mother, or mother's partner, or even someone else from her family couldn't walk her down the aisle if she wants someone from her side to symbolically give her away. She's also not the asshole though for wanting it if she's really that close with her ex's dad, but it's pretty weird, and your feelings about this also matter. Wow. What a tough situation to be in. You're kinda damned either way. Either you're uncomfortable at your own wedding, or you become an asshole. I'm going to go nah. I see both sides of this. Personally I'd go with being uncomfortable. But that's me. Marrying my partner is all that matters, if I have to be uncomfortable to do that, so be it. At the end of the day, she's marrying you, not her ex.
Not the asshole. Despite what everyone here seems to think, it's your wedding day too. If you're not comfortable with looking down the aisle to see your bride, accompanied by some guy whose son used to fuck her, that's your prerogative. I'm sure the ex and his family would show up as well. Yes. Maybe you should ask her if she'd mind if your ex's dad was your best man, and of course it'd be rude not to invite your ex to this special day, right?
Nah, invite one of your exes to be a groomsman.
Info. Does she hang out with her ex's dad at all? Did you know she considered him a father figure before this conversation?
No assholes here probably will get downvoted, but I mean it's her wedding, you don't want to be reminded about your fiancé's ex during it, but she also has a right to have him there considering she lost her own father.
Info. What is your proposed solution? Many brides who have lost their fathers find comfort walking with a father figure. I understand that the situation is unique, and I don't know how I would react, but I'm also sympathetic to the bride. She can't have her first choice, her dad, so it seems brutal to deny her her second choice. Nah, and you are the asshole. I get your point, but she decides who walks her. Though she should listen to your opinion with more care. Nah, it's not your call who she has walk her down the aisle, and if they dated for 6 years, ending at 22, she probably spent a lot of time with his parents at his house.
You are the asshole. My uncle did this for his son's ex-wife when she got remarried. Family isn't just blood.
Soft. You are the asshole. I understand your frustration, but that is a difficult situation as she obviously sees the man as a father figure. Maybe you need to talk a bit more about the involvement of her ex's family in your future life together and how it makes you feel, because I suspect this won't be a one-time thing. Either way, I feel like her ex has more reason to be upset about this than you.
It is your wedding as much as hers, and your request is not absurd. You don't need her ex's family being intimately involved in your life together.
You are the asshole. Remember that at the end of the day it's to you that she will be married, not her ex.
You are the asshole. You don't get to decide who she feels is a father figure to her. It's not your job to manage any of her relationships or dictate who walks her down the aisle.
You are the asshole. I understand why this is uncomfortable for you, but this is her choice. Remember, she's marrying you, not her ex. Info. Does she have any other family who could do it? Mother or sibling, for example. And could you provide any more information about this relationship with her ex and their family? This isn't much to go on, but leaning towards nah, and also weird.
You are the asshole. This guy is like a second father to her and she wants him to walk her down the aisle. Why are you making a mountain out of the teeniest crumb of dirt? You sound too immature to get married.
You are the asshole. Her own father died while they were dating, so her ex's dad took obviously more kind of fatherly role in her life. It's about who she wants to walk her down the aisle, and that's that.
NTA. Highly inappropriate. Especially since her fiancé feels uncomfortable.
You are the asshole. Controlling much, it's her wedding too. And if she want Godzilla to walk down the because they keep her calm or be happy for her, then that's at her choice. You are the asshole. Don't try to meddle in this, it just makes you seem controlling and immature. Your family will already be there. She wants another huge part of her life to participate in it. It's not a reflection of feelings for her ex, but for their family and his father. Take time to examine what the real issue is here, jealousy that doesn't need to exist.
You are the asshole. It's her father figure and you are being overcontrolling.